Welcome to the Style Sports Hub, presented by UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Sports Hub podcast presented by UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics. I'm your host, Kyle Coppola. Today we are on with Michael Randolph. We also have Dwayne Foreman the second on with us, and we'll be talking with Dwayne Foreman the third in just a little bit with the Hope Preparatory Academy. Want to welcome both of you guys onto the program. Thanks for joining us.
Hello, and thank you for having us.
Yeah, it's exciting to have you guys on. We'll talk a little bit about the basketball program. We'll talk a little bit about what you guys have going on at Hope Preparatory. First of all, you are in your first month at Hope Preparatory. Talk a little bit about the transition there and what that's been like for you.
Yes, sir. The transition has been outstanding over the first month at Hope Preparatory Academy. Over the first month, we've really tried to establish our academic and athletic pillars moving forward. So over the last few weeks, we've partnered with Lake Sumter State College to create a unique and specific path for our HPA students to pursue their associate's degree while attending Hope Preparatory Academy. So we are very excited to announce that next year we will offer our first dual enrollment class on campus for our scholars. So we're really excited about that. And that was so important just to be able to offer elite academics for our scholars at Hope Preparatory Academy. Along with that, athletically and really looking at our athletic pillar, we've started the process of applying for the Florida High School Athletic Association for our athletic programs to include basketball, volleyball, and next year flag football as well. We will go on a 3-year probationary period, so over those 3 years, we will compete in the Sunshine Athletic Association League so that we can still have the opportunity to have our scholars compete at the highest level for a state championship while we're waiting to compete in the FHSAA.
Well, that's really exciting that you guys are going to join the FHSAA. This has been a program that's been on the rise the last couple of years. You started with 25 students and you're over 200 now, which is really exciting. I want to talk a little bit with Coach Foreman. Coach, you've kind of seen the rise as well. Can you talk to us a little bit about sort of the rise of this program and your background as well?
Well, a little bit about me. I graduated from high school of Apopka High School. Played basketball there for 4 years. Went off to Georgia Southern University where I played for 4 years as well too. Went overseas for about 2.5 years and did that, and then now I'm back here giving my time to the youth, trying to help them along their journey. But this is my 4th year at Hope Preparatory Academy. My first year was a little rough. We was 17 or something like that. Mm-hmm. But just to see the growth and maturation of our kids all the way to this date now, it's been a blessing in disguise.
Yeah, 2 straight winning seasons as well. You finished the year with a winning record again this year, 21-11, and then you also might further that as well. You got a tournament coming up, which is exciting for you guys. And again, not in the FHSAA yet, but you have something to play for at the end of the season, which I'm sure the boys are really excited about.
No doubt. Definitely exciting to finish off the season with a tournament.
What's the season been like for you guys? You guys had a really strong team this year. You're only losing 1 senior next year. So when you get into the FHSAA next year, seems like you guys are going to have a pretty good squad.
Yeah, we pretty much returned most of everybody. But, I mean, at the beginning of the season, when we kind of started off on a rocky note, started off 1-2. Then we got some things together, went on a 10-game win streak. End up beating one of the Final Four contenders that's down there for Lakeland. And then we came back out, during the second part of the season, starting off with the New Year's jitters a little bit. And then we pretty much, we had a slow start, but then we was able to pick things back up and, finish the season off pretty much strong.
And we'll talk to one of those players coming up in just a little bit, Dwayne Foreman III. We're going to be with us. He's averaging 25 points per game this year. Absolutely insane year that he's having for you all down there. But that team he mentioned that you beat is Eustis High School. They are down in the Class 4A regional or semifinals. They just won the regional final, and now they're down in Lakeland, which is really exciting. We love Coach Green.
Yes, Coach Green is awesome. And again, that was such a pivotal moment for our program, just to have the opportunity to compete against Eustis. And we had lost a tough one at Eustis in an in-school game as well, in a raucous crowd. So I want to say we lost by 3 or so in that one to open the season. So again, just to compete against FHSAA teams at the highest level, we are proud of how we competed and what we've accomplished this year.
With such a small school, it's amazing to see what you guys are doing and competing with the public schools. What has that been like?
It's been a great situation because, you know, since I took over the job at Hope, my thing was always play the smoke. You know, you can't get better by trying to duck and choose and stuff like that. Play less talented teams. You need to be able to play those strong-minded teams early on so that you can see and how to build your program and things of that nature, and the development of your kids as well too.
And you also have a really exciting new addition to the school this year. Talk a little bit about that. You guys have a brand new gym you're playing in.
Well, I wouldn't call it a brand new gym because, you know, our first year we didn't have a gym, but the last 3 years the gym was actually being built in our first year there. But, you know, for the past 3 years, it's been a great experience to have our own facility. It's one of the better facilities in Lake County.
It's a great facility.
So it's just a great opportunity, and we want to be able to appreciate our founder, Pastor Tony McCoy and Miss Jody McCoy for the opportunity of building those environment for us to you know succeed in.
And we would like to thank the city of Groveland as well, who's partnered with us with our gym build as well. So we are very blessed to have that. And something else that we've really maximized is our schedule for our scholar athletes, so that our scholars can really use time during the day to, not only strengthen their academic abilities, but really strengthen their athletic abilities. And our goal is to get to 10,000 hours of practice before anyone else. So we do that by taking time during the school day as well to really focus in on that athletic piece.
And you guys don't just offer basketball. You guys have plans to offer other sports in the future as well. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yes, sir. Next year, we are going to be looking at expanding to girls flag football for the spring. If you look at our boys team did very well, but our girls team actually just won the Central Florida Christian Athletic Association basketball tournament this weekend, and we are full of a lot of 7th and 8th graders with a lot of talent athletically and academically. So we're going to be expanding into girls flag football. Our ultimate goal is to expand into offering full 11-man football. So we are very blessed with Pastor Tony McCoy as our founder. He is a former NFL player. So again, eventually down the road, our plans are to offer a full 11-man flag football team. But in the process, we're going to be looking at offering flag football.
You'd be the 4th Christian school to offer football in the area. Of course, you got Mount Christian Academy, First Academy, Leesburg, and then you've got Trinity with the 8-man program as well. So that's really exciting coming down the pipeline as well. You mentioned young programs as well. I think one of the leaders as far as that goes is Wildwood Middle High School. They do a lot with a lot of young kids on their team. In fact, their girls team is in the state championship in Lakeland, which is really exciting. But talk about a young team and putting that together, Coach. What has that been like when you get a bunch of young guys and sort of working through the?
Well, I want to say shout out to our girls because they've been in a very uncomfortable situation for the past couple of years because, you know, for a small school like us, there's not many girls teams that's like private schoolish. They are pretty much on a different level. So we started with most of our girls being in the 5th and 6th grade, you know, competing at a high school level. And then for them to come out this season here to have a 7th grader pretty much lead our team into some great victories over some good varsity groups. It's just been a great experience to see their development and just to see from a season ago where we was getting blowed out every game, was getting discouraged and things of that nature to this season here, we in every ball game. And it's like 2 or 3 possessions where we have an opportunity to win. Outside of our matchups with, I say, Leesburg and Altamont Christian, those are the only two games you pretty much got blowed out. Everything else was within 3 or 4 possessions where we had opportunity to win games. So it's a great situation to see that type of, you know, the youth playing, being very uncomfortable, but getting comfortable at the end. It's just been a great situation.
Definitely.
And who are some of the teams that our young ladies beat? I know we beat Lake Minneola.
We beat Lake Minneola. We beat, oh my goodness. We beat Lake Minneola. We beat Tavares twice. We beat South Sumter twice.
Those are big schools.
We beat PK Young at a Christmas tournament.
Yes.
We beat some solid teams. But like I said, at the end of the day, it was just a blessing to see the girls compete because, you know, it's a different world from girls to boys basketball.
And you're used to building things. Of course, at Leesburg High School, you took that school from a 67% graduation rate all the way up to an 87% graduation rate, being the principal of that high school. Now you come into Hope Preparatory Academy. Really looking forward to the things that you have planned for this this particular school. What things do you have planned in the next couple of years?
Absolutely. Well, remember, we did get to 91% this year with our with Leesburg, so very excited about that, and the first time in school history to exceed that 90%. So very proud of what we did there, and really we're just trying to take that same format and formula to Hope Preparatory Academy and implement some of the same opportunities there. Again, our goal and our vision is to make sure that we empower our scholars to succeed in either a college or a university, a military, or a career. So we're really putting those opportunities in place. So, again, one was partnering with Lake Sumter to increase our opportunities for dual enrollment for our scholars. Two, it's to really hone in on our athletics and really start building our athletic program. Again, we have a great pillar with boys and girls basketball, but starting to expand our offerings. But then two, really starting to expand our college tours as well, not just for our athletes, but for our scholars as well. So something that we're going to be looking at doing this summer is really looking at going on a college tour with our young men and young ladies for boys and girls basketball, just to one, get them different exposure, two, compete at a different level, and three, put them on college campuses, just so that they can see the value of being on a college campus, really spark an interest and a fire and a desire in our scholars, and then move them along to really say, we want to pursue college.
What does that mean to hear that too? Because that's really important. I think when he brought that to Leesburg High School, they started doing campus tours. It was to great success to the to that program. What does that mean to you?
It means a lot because, we kind of been doing already kind of somewhat campus tours when we take the kids like whether it's Full Sail, South Florida, or Rollins College and things of that nature. So now we're going to start trying to get them to like FAMU, different schools of that nature so that they can get an understanding of what it's like to step on a college campus.
Yeah, that's exciting. What you got planned there, and academically, it's really cool what you're doing with the dual enrollment as well, and bringing that to Hope. What's the reaction been for that?
Absolutely, it's been very positive. We've had dual enrollment over the last few years at Hope Preparatory Academy, but really creating a unique and specific path for our scholars to pursue an associate's degree is going to be the difference. So I would like to give a huge shout out to Lake Sumter State College for their willingness to partner with our Trojan family to create that path. And for us, again, we're trying to provide opportunities and transportation for our scholars to be able to pursue and take advantage of those opportunities. So again, we're looking forward to expanding that and really making sure that our academics are, excellent and really, rival those of the public schools.
Coach, what excites you the most about the future of this program?
The most thing that is exciting, like the opportunity, because like I always tell them, it's daily deposit that you have to make, and we put those boots in the ground, grinding and stuff like that. So it's up to the kids in general to be able to feed in on the success that they already have created for themselves. So now it's just like you got to finish the job.
Yeah, it's really exciting knowing what the future of this program holds, and especially with the FHSAA on the horizon, which is really exciting. So we're going to take a short break here on the Sports Hub. When we come back, we're going to be talking with Dwayne Foreman III when we return on the Sports Hub.
Or restricted range of motion keeping you on the sidelines? Get back in the game with expert orthopedic care from UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics. UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics provides robotic-assisted surgical joint repairs and replacements, post-operative care, and inpatient rehabilitation services, all close to home, right here in Lake and Sumter counties. And for those unexpected injuries, UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics offers convenient walk-in and same-day appointments. To learn more or to schedule an appointment with one of their specialists, call 352-323-5665.
Hey everybody, we are back here on the Sports Hub podcast talking with Hope Preparatory Academy. We got Dwayne Foreman III on with us and Dwayne Foreman II, a son and father coaching duo and a player with us as well. Thank you guys for coming on to the program. Really excited to have you here.
Appreciate you for having us.
Absolutely. You've had a stellar season. I want to talk a little bit about Dwayne Foreman III's season. You're averaging 25 points a game, obviously having a really good season down the stretch here. Guys didn't have the opportunity to play in the FHSAA playoffs. That's going to come in the next couple of years for you guys. But can you describe your season so far and sort of where you're at as we come into the final games of the year?
In the beginning of the season, it was a little rocky. We lost the first 2 games, and then we picked it back up in the middle of 2024, and then after 2025, it got a little rough, but we picked it up towards the end of the season.
Explain to us a little bit about his career, and he's just a sophomore. He's already scored 2,000 points, Coach.
Yes, sir. He pretty much been playing varsity basketball since the 7th grade. I've been pretty much forcing him to play since he was 4 years old. So we've been kind of running around playing in like recreational leagues. That's when they had junior magic. He was one of the only ones that was playing before the age of 5 that was able to get on the waiver list and stuff like that. So we've been playing since he's been 4 years old. He started playing travel basketball since he was 6 years old. So he been going through the meat grind and stuff like that, learning his ropes, and seeing his growth has just been amazing in a way, because I try to size him up as far as how I grew up and how going through the grind and stuff like that, and just to see him. He's a better player than I was. And, it's no disrespect to me or whatever the case may be, because, hey, you just trying to pass along the torch to your kid and stuff like that, and just want to see him be successful with the craft.
HPA is obviously on the rise. You've been able to see it the last couple of years. What excites you the most about the next couple of years at HPA?
What excites me the most? Growth, seeing a lot of different things, new things to come.
What's exciting, because you've got Michael Randolph with you as well, the new head of school. A lot of great people with the program. You mentioned McCoy, the McCoys who started HPA. What does it mean to have a guy like Michael Randolph come into the program with the visions that he has?
It means a lot. He helps us with different things. He is building more things to expand us and get us to see new things we haven't seen before.
And we talked a little bit about those expansions and the horizons that we were expecting with the HPA in the next couple of years. What excites you the most for your players?
What excites me the most from our players, well, first I want to say shout out to our founders, Pastor Tony and Jody McCoy, because, without them, we wouldn't even be in this position, to be able to, have these excitements and these experiences that we're having and these new things that's coming along our way to help out with our maturation of what we're trying to do.
And academics obviously are a big part of HPA, and Randolph has big plans for that as well.
Yes, sir.
But you're a fantastic student. You got 3.6 GPA. How do you balance all of the academics and your basketball?
When I'm not home or I'm not doing that, I take my time out instead of playing the game and do my work and make sure I'm on top of everything.
How much do your teammates mean to you as well? You seem to have a nice close bond with all your teammates.
They mean a lot to me. They helped me build. They built me as a person and helped me better myself.
Basketball helps people. We talked to Wesley Nino Green was on the show a couple of weeks ago, and he's like, basketball is one thing, but life is a whole nother thing. Talk a little bit about that, Coach.
Well, about Big Green, that's my brother from another mother. I've been knowing him since the 5th grade, so we grew up together. We played on the same AAU team. Rest in peace to Coach Earl Graham, because that was our mentor. That's where we get the coaching and stuff from him. But yeah, it pretty much was a great situation. We able to, pour into these kids and help along their journey.
There's so much excitement in the area too. We've got 4 local schools in the state basketball championships for the FHSAA. Eustis being one of them. You guys beat Eustis this year, which so if they go and win the state championship, you can say you
got some bragging rights.
which is exciting. I'm sure what you got going on down the pipeline here. But let's talk a little bit about the tournament coming up as well that you guys are going to be involved with.
The FICA tournament that's coming up is pretty much for district, state, whatever you want to call it. But it's a great opportunity for us to be able to host something in our gym. It's teams that we played against in the past where we got the best of Southland early on in the season. It's pretty much one of the better games that we had throughout the season. I think it finished at the buzzer or something like that. We ended up winning the game by like 3 or something like that. But it was a great game. So knowing that when we see these certain teams again, it's going to be a classic game again. Because I mean, you got two good teams where they're going to be battling great coaches, behind the scenes, working and stuff like that for these kids to compete.
You're in a very unique situation right now. You're not in the FHSAA, so you didn't end up going to the playoffs. But the next couple of years, you're going to be on probation, and then you're going to eventually be able to compete for a state championship. What does it mean to be kind of a foundational player? Probably by the time you graduate, you'll be in maybe the last year, coming up onto the last year of probation. But what does it mean to be one of the foundational athletes here at HPA?
Yeah, it means a lot, I got to make history here. I got to put my talent here at this school and show everybody who I am.
Yeah, and it's cool to see players like that because these players are going to be remembered in the future. I remember when Trinity, Liberty Christian Prep started their football team. They had to start with nothing, and eventually they won the championship as far as the Sunshine State Athletic in their first year. But building upon that, it's really exciting to watch these kids go to work the next couple of years and build so that the future generations of children can have those opportunities, Coach.
Correct, because within us, we was 5-17 our first year, 14-16 the second year, and then last year was 24-11, and this year we are 21-11. So we on par. I think that we're doing a great job, and I'm excited for the future. Yeah,
it's really exciting. What's been the biggest part about HPA, and especially is it the practices? Is it just the guys that you're with? What's been behind the rise of you guys?
Everything. The guys I be around, they help me. We bring each other lives, joy, all that. And in school, it's amazing atmosphere to be in.
Being that you're a student at the school, what's it like attending HPA?
It's good. It's way better than the public school. We get teachers actually care about us, and we talk about God and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I feel like that's an important part because you see other Christian schools in the area, but it's really nice to have one down in the Claremont and Groveland area. The fact that that's sprouted up there, which is really exciting. Talk a little bit about the teachers down there and sort of what a daily life is like at HBA.
The daily life at HBA is pretty much we get to school at around, most of the kids get about 7:45. They get breakfast, and then we do prayer. We meet with the kids. They have conversation. Even the teachers meet together and they do prayer and stuff like that. And then we go into our scheduling from 8 o'clock to about 2:30 or whatever the case may be. And pretty much like in our situation, we have classes where we have 4 or 5 classes, and then we're able to work with our kids after lunch. So if whatever sport that they particularly in, volleyball, basketball, whatever, we're able to get extra work and stuff like that in with the kids. So I think it's a great situation.
Yeah, definitely a really strong situation having that in the area, and just everything that you guys got going on. That you got the Trojans as the mascot as well, which is really cool. Who came up with the Trojans?
This is Pastor Tony's vision, because we used to be a Trojan Tiger, but now we're just one logo now, just a Trojan, which is, what we need.
Yeah, it's really exciting what you guys got going on. Congratulations on the great season. Another winning season for you guys as well. That's got to feel really good and bodes well for the future of the program as well. I know you guys are going to be on the probation for the HSAA the next couple of years, but what does the scheduling look like next year? What does the future of the program look like? Because you guys were competing with some of the best programs in the area.
Right. My schedule is pretty much going to stay the same because we don't duck any smoke. We want all the smoke because in order for you to get your kids to go to college and play at a high level, you have to be able to go through the meat grinder to do it. But we won't be in that position without head coach Terrence Seagram, because he's the guy that's behind the scene who pushes our kids to a whole nother level. It's just a blessing in disguise to be able to have another coworker who has the same vision as you to put pouring into these kids along their journey.
Well, that's so exciting, and yeah, I think you're going to be maybe the 15th school, high school, 14th or 15th school we have playing in the FHSAA next year, which is going to be a lot of fun to watch you guys go to work next year. So I want to thank you both for coming on to the program, giving us a little bit of insight with HPA basketball, and best of luck this as the tournament progresses as well for you guys.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming on. That's going to do it for the Sports Hub podcast. I'm Kyle Coppola. Thanks for watching. Want to thank our partner, UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics, for everything they provide. We'll see you on the next edition of the Sports Hub next week.
This has been the Style Sports Hub, presented by UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics.